Looking for inspiration and ways to decorate your console table or sofa table? Today, I'm sharing different ways to decorate a console table using simple and intentional tips that work with any decorating style. If you're new here, I'm Dia, an interior designer and home stylist. And on this channel, I share decorating tips and styling ideas to help you create a home that is elegant and practical. So let's get to the topic at hand. Whether you're styling an entryway, a living room, or behind the sofa, I will walk you through the exact steps I take to create these setups, including the design decisions that help the whole vignette look elegant, balanced, and intentional. This way, you not only get inspiration, but you can learn the why behind each decision. That way, you can confidently recreate these looks in your own home using things you already have. Originally, I was planning to share just 3 console table styling arrangements, but once I started experimenting, the ideas kept flowing. Today, you're in for a treat. I've got 5 styling ideas to show you, plus a couple of bonus ones at the end. So stick around because all of these are easy, elegant ways to style your console table. Now keep in mind, you don't need to have the exact same items I'm using. These examples are here to spark ideas so you can reimagine pieces you already own. And if your console doesn't have a lower shelf, no worries, just focus on the top surface using these same principles. Let's start with a symmetrical look. I'm working on the lower shelf first. Over on the left, I'm leaning 3 vertical books at a slight angle. That relaxed positioning softens the look. Then, right beside them, I'm stacking 3 more books horizontally, with the spines turned around. That creates variation and keeps things visually interesting. I top it off with a beautiful zeolite stone, but you can easily substitute this with a short sculptural object or a shallow bowl. To balance this, on the right side, I'm stacking 2 faux leather lidded boxes in different sizes. Notice how both of these groupings form subtle triangle shapes? That's a design trick that's super pleasing to the eye. Here's a tip for you. Don't overcrowd your surfaces. Leaving negative space lets each element breathe and keeps the whole arrangement feeling elegant and elevated. Now moving to the top of the console, I'm bringing in 2 identical lamps, one on each side. These are low and slender, which works well because this console sits behind the sofa. The low profile keeps the view unobstructed. If your console is against a wall, feel free to use chunkier or taller lamps. It's all about proportion. Here's another tip for you. If your console has an open back and you're using lamps, just run the cords down the legs and tape them discreetly to hide them. To break up all the round elements, I'm placing a rectangular tray in the center. I'm adding a large scented candle in a pale green frosted glass. I'll place it off-center to fit the other elements that I will be placing on the tray. Then I'm tucking in 2 artificial succulents in varying sizes. If succulents aren't your thing, you can easily swap them out with decorative spheres or a couple of fall blooms to bring in a natural element. You'll notice, just like the base, the top arrangement also forms triangles. Here are the key takeaways. Choose pieces that are proportioned to the size of your console. Mix shapes, heights, and texture. Add natural elements, and use triangle layering to guide the eye. This next look builds on the first. I'm keeping the lower shelf arrangement, but I'm adding a chunky textured vase right in the center. I'm leaving it empty so the shape becomes the focus without competing with florals or stems. Now let's style the top shelf. First, I'm setting up a low ceramic dish to anchor a live floral arrangement in a clear glass vase. The transparency keeps it light and fresh. Next to that, I'm angling a small white marble dish to hold a match jar and a candle snuffer. That slight angle brings in some movement and prevents things from feeling too stiff. To balance that look on the other side, I'm bringing back the rectangular marble tray from before, but this time I'm placing a glass cloche over the candle to mirror the height of the flower arrangement and to echo the use of glass. Now let me show you how to achieve balance without using matching pairs. On the left, I'm starting with a chunkier lamp. This one has a ribbed ceramic base, so it brings in a texture and a bit more height. To anchor that side, I'm laying down a book in a similar tone and topping it with a metal frame that has this gorgeous cutout design. The book grounds it and makes it look more substantial. I'm layering in a floral pattern trinket dish for a feminine touch and finishing off that grouping with an amber ribbed candle to echo the lamp's design. To balance the look on the other side, I'm bringing in two small vases in interesting shapes and varied heights. One holds some greenery from my garden to bring in that organic element. I'm staggering them so one sits just slightly in front of the other for added dimension. Then I'm adding a ribbed metal box. It subtly ties in the ribbed details on the left and keeps the whole arrangement feeling cohesive. To finish off the bottom shelf, I'm placing a footed oval bowl filled with organic spheres in brown, amber, and tan tones to mirror the colors on the top. This asymmetrical style looks balanced and rich with texture and contrast. For this next look, I'm starting with the top shelf. In the center, I'm using an aged brass vessel and fill it with artificial ferns for a bit of height and softness. To the left, I'm grouping 3 aged brass candle holders with white pillar candles. On the right, I'm using a marble tray to pull that white color over to that side, and to hold a brass candle vessel, a small thrifted brass urn I'm using to store matches, and a solid brass snuffer. On the lower shelf, I'm tucking 2 woven baskets and fill them with books. This is such a smart and stylish way to store books without needing a traditional bookcase. The following example is a little bit more minimal. On the lower shelf, I'm placing a large dough bowl filled with geodes and zeolites. The raw textures add so much natural beauty. On top, I'm using a cream and light brown textured vase with a simple arrangement. mostly greenery with a few seeded tan colored stems. The colors feel soft and earthy. To carry the colors downwards, I'm adding a tall match jar, a ribbed marble bowl, and a light amber glass candle. Everything flows from the tall florals down to the soft glow of the candle. On the right side, I'm introducing a new shape with a simple stack of books topped with a tortoiseshell box, just enough to ground that side without making it feel too heavy. This is a great example of how asymmetry can still feel serene and intentional. And now, as I promised, a couple of bonus arrangements. First, here's a very light and airy asymmetrical style. I'm using a pair of vases in different heights on one side, with just a couple of blossoms stems in one of the vases. Then I added white marble tray with a candle, snuffer, and wick trimmer on the other side, and on the bottom, a stack of decorative boxes. Clean, open, and elegant. And here's one more with a bottom-heavy focus and just a low sculptural vessel with bowl filler on the top shelf. Super minimal, but still visually strong. So whether you love balanced symmetry or relaxed asymmetry, there are so many ways to make your console feel beautifully styled without being overdone. I hope this video gave you some ideas, but most importantly, helped you understand why certain styling choices work better. When you know how to balance height, shapes, and textures, it makes it so much easier to style any surface in your home confidently. Now, if you enjoy these kind of videos, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you never miss new ideas and decorating inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy my coffee table styling video as well, which I will link here, and in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.